Side. 22 minutes gone past 12. We're going to kickstart our conversations today with one of the terms that has been trending in very recent times, Plan B, the search for greener pasture. At 1 o'clock, the news update comes up right after at 1:30. BBC's Talk Your Own kicks right in. That takes us to 2 p.m. For the news update to bring you the latest happenings around the world and in Nigeria. And right after, I'll be joined by your series for Family Matters.
92.3 Nigeria Info takes the talk online. See pictures, news headlines, and be the first to comment and contribute.
Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. Like us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH.
Also watch and listen to us online. Visit www.nigeriainfo.fm.
Different ideologies,
different perspectives.
Share your views on the sunny side.
92.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
Welcome back, and let's kickstart the conversation. The search for greener pasture. Now, according to UNESCO, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, good socio-economic policies coupled with emplacement of conducive environment are the key ingredients in ending migration in Africa. Now, most of the time, if you try to understand the root cause of immigration among youth, especially why they would want to leave their country, to greener pasture, quote and unquote, you would find that it has a lot to do with a lot of things. For instance, unstable environments, maybe policies that are not comfortable with them, the economy, social values, social norms, a combination of multi-dimensional effects of their lives, and of course, the big one, insecurity, which obviously is the case of Nigerians. Now, sometime last week, there was a report making the rounds stating that the federal government was worried about the rate at which youths were leaving the country and had set up a committee to do something about it. But the federal government has come out to debunk that information, stating that it's not true. Now, according to reports on the Vanguard, the federal government has denied setting up a committee to bar Nigerian youths from leaving the country. Now, this denial was contained in a statement issued Saturday night by the Ministry of Interior and signed by Towoju Raphael on behalf of the Director, Press and Public Relations. Now, the statement reads, and I quote, "This is to clarify the misreporting observed with the recent visit of a presidential committee to the Ministry of Interior. What the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Interior, Dr. Shuaib Belgor, said when he received the delivery team from the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation on behalf of the Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rob Aregbesola, can be succinctly put thus. The Permanent Secretary did not say any Nigerian who is willing and ready to follow the legal channels to travel should not do so. All Nigerians seeking means to travel around the world are free to do so." End of quote. So the federal government has said, no, we did not say you cannot travel. Yes, there were concerns about the number of youth that were leaving the nation because of the current level of insecurity, but they did not state that a committee will be set up to prevent Nigerian youth from leaving the country. But the big question right now is it true that a lot of Nigerians are leaving the country or making plans to do so? The answer is yes. Why, you might ask? The level of insecurity. People do not feel safe anymore in Nigeria. So this is a question for you. I want us to talk. We have about 30 minutes thereabout for this conversation. I want to know what you need to happen as a Nigerian to live comfortably here What are some of the things that you would like to see put in place? What is that thing that you would like established? What would you like to see happen in your locality to make you feel comfortable, to reside, to do business, to grow your family here, without thinking of greener pasture somewhere else? And how do you expect the government to handle the issue of mass migration of youth to other parts of the world? What do you expect the government to be doing right now, as it stands? People making plans to leave the country for fear of their own lives. What would you like to see the government do to tackle this problem? Let's talk. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007 or 0817-923-0009. Let's call back. The WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. We're streaming on Facebook, so you can join the conversation on there. You can watch us as you comment on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Good afternoon. Hello? Are you there? All right, you're going to have to call me back. Hello, good afternoon. Lost that as well. On WhatsApp, 0809-030-6416. Let's see. Good afternoon, Gabby. For me, all I need is security. If I have security and I feel safe in my own house, then why do I need to go in search of greener pasture? That is from Fidelis from Umokoro. Thank you very much, Fidelis, for sending that in. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, Gabby, good afternoon. This is Mr. Zion.
Go ahead.
You know, growing up as a child, there's what we call integrated science. And they taught us the 5 basic amenities for humanity. The question is, how true is it? And is it visible here in this country? If it is visible, I don't think there is any need to travel out of this country for just no reason. If the government can look carefully to provide for the livelihood according to the Constitution, I don't think Nigerians will want to travel out, especially me. Do you know unemployment is one reason you see the problem in this country? A lot of youth are so idle. So people sold ideologies to them, ranging from internet fraud to hacking of people's accounts, to breaking an entry, to arson, now to the point of carrying arms against the government. How come they are idle? If these youths have been busy working, paying their bills, taking care of their parents, I repeat that again, taking care of their parents. That is one major problem, taking care of their parents. I don't think they want to go for greener pastures. The land is green, according to Tiwa Savage now. No, one of our gospel, one of our artists here in this country said the land is green. T.Y. Bello, the land is green. When I travel out of this, within this environment on road, I look at arable land. I imagine the green nature. That song always resonates in me. But the question I ask myself, the people we elected or selected or even smuggled them into this political office, do they truly understand that this land is green? Mr. Zion.
Mr. Zion, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. The land really is green wherever you water it. That's what I think. On Facebook, it's at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Hello? Are you there? Yes, good afternoon.
I think people travel because of survival, because of there is no job.
Right.
And they travel to make it big. So that is. Hello, dear.
Yes, go ahead.
That is what, because there's no much job opportunities here. So most times the dream of traveling abroad is to make it big. So when they travel, they have opportunity of survival and making it big. So because of the way the country is, that's why.
So what do you think the government can do right now to encourage more people to stay back in Nigeria?
What they need to do is to find a way to provide more jobs when people finish going to school. Because all these people, most of them traveling, they are educated, most of them are graduates. So when they finish school, go to school and graduating from university, they will, I mean, if 100 people are graduating, let 10 out of that 100 people still job to do.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts on the show. Good afternoon. Oh dear, lost that. Please do call back. On Facebook, Amen Ara somewhat says, hello Gabby, share the national cake. Everyone should be given 20 million naira each. Okay, as funny as that sounds, I've heard more than 5-10 people make that suggestion. Let's share the national cake. Let every Nigerian, let all the monies we have accrued over the years be, distributed to every Nigerian. As funny as it sounds, do you really think that if every Nigerian, well, like you suggested, is giving 20 million naira, will that solve our problems as a nation? Think about it. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
People travel because, number one, Nigeria does not have basic of life. Basic, not luxury things. Basic ones. No life, no water, no security, no employment. The money, the currency is low. Even if what you're working here, you just are doing here, you do it in abroad. The exchange rates are not the same. Okay, even if it's $1,000 in abroad here, in Nigeria, it's 500,000 naira. So when somebody leaves, even these people ruling, the government, their children are not here. Majority of their children, they are not here. Nigeria is blamed. Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that. Why don't they leave Nigeria, their children here? They all carry them abroad. They are all citizens of another country. And they come and Nigeria is one, Nigeria is this. Why don't you bring their children to come here? Nigerian schools are closing down because their children are not there. If you know that a child will go to the house and sit down, will you allow food to go outside? That is the problem. No job, nothing. Everybody just sitting down. One assembly, what in any 200 million, 300 million, they are the only workers. They cannot create jobs for people to do. Why would people live Nigeria? Are we going to eat Nigeria? Is Nigeria going to feed anybody? Look at other countries. They say the people that are not working. So they are working at paying tax. They are taking care of the elderly ones. And they are not looking for a package for their citizens. Not even one. And then they want us to say, can they have opportunity to get here? What's the idea?
Right, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. That's the number on WhatsApp. Yes, you can call in live 0817 923 0002 0003 or 0007, and the female line 0009. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Gabby.
Good afternoon.
To answer your question straight, if that will not solve our problem, is it when out of 500,000, then 20 out of 500,000 will be driving in port cars, building mansions for themselves? Is that when our problem will be solved? I just want to answer this your question. Chinke Daniel Mogedi.
All right, Chinke Daniels, thank you very much for sharing. Let's head on out to WhatsApp. Hello, Gabby. Good afternoon. For me, all that we need, that I think we need, is security. It is terrible that even here we cannot guarantee our own safety. Let the federal government ensure that stability is restored to every part of Nigeria. Thompson from Bonnie, thank you very much for that one. Dede Onyeke says, good afternoon, Gabby. Nigerians travel out because they observe that Nigeria is green, but those in authority have turned it to pure red. All right, Dede, thank you for yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm DVD.
Go ahead.
migration is a phenomenon in human nomenclature. Like in Nigeria, we have rural-urban migration as a phenomenon. The same thing applies even in U.S., in Europe. But there is one disadvantage. Like research has shown that in China, more population is found in the rural areas and lesser population in the urban area because of the exposure is centered on productivity. But here in Nigeria, the phenomenon is that we rush to the urban area, leaving the rural area that has massive land per se for industrial or agrarianism to boost production in the economy. So, you know the fun is in it. Most of our Nigerians, they go across the Sahara to end up becoming farmers in Libya, beg your pardon, you know. And Libya has a sort of hazard environment, would I say, as a desert area, with some persons that are called that we have greener pasture. But they go there, they see this hardship and can plant a fire. So we should think and make use of our coconut. That's what I would say.
Okay. On WhatsApp, would you have some messages coming in? This says, do the leaders who think power is absolute have anything to offer? Anyone who wants to leave this country is free. As long as you have the funds, you're free to go anywhere. Things, Doctor from Alakahai. Yes, I already did mention that. The federal government did state that that report was false. Hence, you know, if you want to travel, as long as you go through the legal means, you're absolutely free to do so. Now, migration will always be a thing. Let me just put this out there. Migration would always be a thing. There are people who leave the United States to go to Germany, for instance. There are those who leave Liberia who go to Italy, for instance, or to the UK, or, you know, to Canada, to whatever part of the world. It is a natural phenomenon. It will continue to happen. But when the rate at which people are leaving a country becomes alarming, then you just might want to go back to the drawing board. You might want to ask yourself certain questions. Why people live in Nigeria? Has the problem become so huge or so out of control that people now run to other countries for safety? And hence, if you ask these questions, the next question will be, what can we do about it? What should the government begin to do about this? What can the federal government begin to do about the level of insecurity, the difficulty with running business here, and every other challenge that comes with the nation? We're still talking power supply in 2021. We're talking about the level of education in Nigeria still being in a very sorry state. The health sector is even a worse story to tell. So if we still have all of these issues and the naira that keeps dropping every now and then, what can be done as a matter of urgency to save Nigeria and Nigerians? Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Turn off your radio. Turn off your radio.
Okay, I'm far from the radio now.
Go ahead.
God bless you. You see, the question you had, the answer to that question is not far-fetched. Just like other people have been talking things. Even you that you are in that studio there, if you have the privilege of living Nigeria today, you will leave. You
can't speak for me though. You can't speak for me. You know that. And I also know people who do not want to leave Nigeria.
Okay, that's right. But now, just like what other people have said, when parents suffer to train a child in school, after graduating, you are still feeding him, you are still placing him, you are still giving him shelter. One. Now, from your office to your house, there are some times that if they are the same vehicle that is driving behind you, everybody is suspicious because of the security issue. And any nation where the security is not stable, there is no how the country can develop. Who wants to die? It's only when you are alive you can make money. Look at the rate where how people are dying on daily basis. People are just dying. People's lives are no longer safe again. And you are still telling people to remain in this country. No what? My sister, if I have the privilege this afternoon, I will leave. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing. I've got JD on the line. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Gabriella.
Good afternoon.
I'm JD.
Go ahead.
Gabriella, if you turn that question you asked inversely, there lies the answer. Why are people from UK and the US and some Western European countries not migrating massively to Nigeria? They don't come to Nigeria, but we go to them because of economic reasons. Before now, people travel mainly because of economic advantage. The Nigerian economy is bad. As of today, it is 500 naira to a dollar. That tells you a lot. And by the time you calculate how much dollar you make going out there and convert it to naira, there lies the answer. So we need to stop this massive corruption and put up economic policies in place that will create jobs to stop Nigerians from going out. If not, naturally, every man wants to survive. Do you know that the Grand Chess Master is a 10-year-old Nigerian who is homeless in Manhattan, New York? His name is Adewumi. He left Nigeria about 3 years ago. He's homeless in New York, and he's the Grand Chess Master. He's left because of insecurity. The parents left because of insecurity. The homeless Nigerian is the chess grandmaster today, homeless in New York. He left because of insecurity. So the answer is very clear for all to see, dear Gabriella. We need to improve on the economy to stop people from moving out. The average police salary in a year is not up to $1 million. But Gabriella, do you know how much is the average police salary in a year in the U.S.? Hello, Gabriella.
Yes, I'm with you.
It's 56 million naira. 56 million naira is the average salary of a policeman in the U.S. for 1 year. Where do you start the comparison from? So we really need to wake up, put the economy in place, and the insecurity will reduce, because insecurity is as a result of bad economy. So we need to fix the economy, and people will stop moving out. Create jobs. The idle mind is the devil's workshop. The idle mind is the devil's workshop. That's the bone. That's the crux of the matter, Gabriella. So let's fix the economy, and people will stop moving out, because the temptation will always be there. By the time you calculate the worth of dollar to a naira, what are you doing here? Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, JD, for sharing your thoughts. Let's take some messages on Facebook. Remember, you can join the conversation via WhatsApp and Telegram. The number for that is 0809 030 6416. On Facebook, Ure Enyida says, a proactive government that cares for the needs and aspirations of its citizens, a government that upholds the rule of law and makes the security of its citizens its number one priority, and safeguards and upholds the provision of the Constitution. Which is the bedrock of our revered democracy, not being the ones contravening same. Ure, thank you very much for that one. Still on Facebook, Dr. Funny Pekin says all he needs is a laptop, a camera with other equipment. So if you get that, you're good for life in Nigeria. Okay. On WhatsApp now, no job, no security, no power supply, no scholarships, no water, no good roads, nothing. The politicians' children are not here. They send them abroad. They're even citizens of other countries. Not every Nigerian goes abroad to do bad things. I have not seen anyone that left here and came back again, because Nigeria is not where to stay economically. I'm glad you mentioned something. There's something interesting you mentioned, no scholarships. I know in other parts of the world, in the UK, even in China, in the US, of course, they have scholarship programs for their citizens and even international students. That's why you find a lot of Nigerians who can access these international scholarships and get to school and get a quality education. How can we begin to have that conversation? Where do we begin to suggest all of these things if we do not even have the basics when it comes to the education that we talk about? But that's a very interesting point that you made there. Peter is calling from Rukwaku. Good afternoon, Peter.
Good afternoon, Gabriella.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Peter. I'm from Rukwaku, precisely.
Go ahead.
Yeah, based on the program that you are saying, what you are saying about the reason why Nigerians are leaving Nigerians every day, especially the youth. Because our government did not put us first. Because we, the youth, are the leaders of tomorrow. Understand? Our government made the policies that did not benefit anyone. But due to what they will get from the policy that they make, they will just put it, and somebody will be there approve it. China, look at the China. China see the problem that they have. Their population is many, and they don't know what to do. They start with the infrastructure. So put this Chinese man to put head in a better place. And they started with it. And they are done with that. And look at our Nigerians. Today, if you go to Ikoku, if you are saying that people, why are they leaving Nigerians to go to another place? You see what is going on. China got the need for the people, for the poor. Then what they did is what? They provide for the poor. And the poor will pay them forever. The money that the River State government is using to build flyover in Ikoku just to ease the traffic alone. The money can give Ikoku people, the businessmen in Ikoku, at least 10,000 stores. And the Ikoku people will thank the government, and they will pay government forever. In next 10 years to come or 20 years to come, whatever money the government of River State use in building that 10,000 stores, they will recover it. They will not make such a system. In next 20 years to come, how much will this flyover give to River State for the coffers of River State government? Nothing. It will give nothing. There's no benefit that the flyover that is being built in Ikoku will give to the state government. But when they do stores where these businessmen will lie, even if inside bush, the next 10 years to come, they will recover the money transferred, and they will still pay until next 50 years, 100 years. So the state government corporate, that is benefit that they are making the state to yield from these poor people. But they don't think about it. What they think about what they will benefit now. So very sorry that our people are leaving, because if you check how much is $1 today, naira, $1 is about 500 naira. So when you go to US or Canada and you make $2,000 in a month, you have made 1 million naira. So that person that works in Shell, how much is salary? And those are the people that we say they are big men. So the average poor in outside is a big man in Nigeria. So when you think and look at it, you know what is supposed to be done. So I want to thank you for giving me audience and listening to me. I thank you for that. I believe that so many people are hearing me this hour. So thank you very much, Gabriella.
Peter, thank you very much for calling and sharing your thoughts as well. Let's head on to Telegram. I did notice some messages coming on there. Angelina Ines says, good afternoon, Gabby. There is nothing you tell this government to do to fix this country that they will heed to. They have decided to impoverish their citizens. If I had the opportunity, I will not look back. Dollar now is 500 naira per $1. 500 naira per $1. Only God's intervention would help us. The solution is to tell the driver that is driving this country to drop us. We're not going again. We need another driver. Simple. All right. Thank you very much, Angelina, for sharing your thoughts.
Hello,
yes, it is.
For accepting my monopoly. Please, I want to talk about the currency exchange. It's supposed to be advantageous for us if we can incite, say, for example, an American that has $1, that if he comes to Nigeria, his dollar will become 500 naira, and he has sufficient purpose. There's a tropical fruit. He has sufficient banana. That's a tropical fruit. He has sufficient coconut to buy, which is 500 naira. Don't you think it's advantageous for us? Why we don't exploit these advantages? That's the problem. We are, I don't know. Look for a nut to tighten our coconut. I still repeat. Yes, think about
You called back, I see. Anyway, Gabriella Anyanwu says the government should do their part and monitor the system. Okay, that's on Telegram. On WhatsApp now, let's see. Dagogo says survival is the key. Okay, George from Port Harcourt says, let the government of Nigeria develop a system that will take total ownership and control of the landed properties and oil wells, not traceable to a single individual. Review the National State Assembly salaries and that of the executives, thereby preferring solution to nepotism. Let the government make moves to bring our fellow Nigerians in diaspora in third world countries back to Nigeria to replicate what attracted them to those countries here and in every sector. I see. Ayo says, hello Gabby. JD touched on the issue spot on. Even myself, I just started activating mine after several prodding from my friends who went to school together who left years ago. With all the tax that they pay there, what they have managed to plow back into projects here is massive. I'm a manager in a multinational company here, and my savings continuously are eroded by inflation. The system simply does not support growth unless you align and join the rulers bidding your time to chop. In rare cases, persons get breakthrough, but not generally. No economic backbone exists in Nigeria. Granted, Ayo, these are the problems, but the question still is, what can be done actively to tackle them? I want to hear what you think, Ayo, from your own point of view, from your perspective. And that's why I'm asking this question. From your perspective as a Nigerian, what would you like to see happen? What would you want to see the government do? As regards your comfort as a Nigerian, doing business here, working here, growing a family here, living here in Nigeria. We've got about 4 minutes left for this conversation. Let's see. Okay. I'm not going anywhere. This message reads, I'm a proud Nigerian. There are lots of jobs here in Nigeria. I'm a blogger and I make good money monthly. Imagine making such amount working from home. And this person has sent me a proof of his earning. That's good. I'm happy for you, Justice. That's good. That's interesting. Thank you very much for sharing. So you're finding a way to make it work for yourself in Nigeria. What about education? What about when, I don't know if you have kids, if you do, what about their school fees? What about the quality of education they're receiving? What about their security? What about your security? These are some of Nigerians' major issues, which is why they're looking to travel abroad. I'm glad that you are not, because again, you cannot run from a problem forever. This would just be my final note, really. You cannot run from a problem forever. No matter how long you run, you're going to get tired one day and you're going to stop running. When that happens, what are you going to be left with? What is going to be facing you? When you come back home, how would you meet your house? Would you meet it dusty, dirty, smelly? Or would you meet it clean and all dressed up? But that will depend on what you do. So yes, a lot of things are failing. You cannot blame, I cannot blame anyone who is leaving the country. Never will. Justifiable reasons. But what are you leaving to come back to? If you plan to come back, I'm hopeful that, never a day will come when you wake up and you find nobody in Nigeria, in the land space called Nigeria. That will totally be impossible, right? But let's assume that as many people as can leave the country. What are you going to come back to in the next few years, say 10, 20 years, 30 years? What are you coming back to? What about when your children want to come back home to their grassroots? What will they be coming back to? That answer to these questions I'm asking will depend on what you choose to do today, on how you choose to face these challenges or tackle or handle these challenges. The answer to these questions will be determined by what your decisions are today. So let's look to the bigger picture. What kind of Nigeria do we want? What kind of Nigeria will we have in the next, say, 20 years? What will we have standing, waiting for us, or our children, or our grandchildren to come? I'll leave you with those questions at 1 o'clock, the news update. Afterwards, the conversation continues.